Hey guys, welcome back to Barn Life Diaries. I'm Amanda.
I'm Savannah.
I'm Katie.
And I'm Cody. Today we're going to be talking about our plan for this winter, exercise routines, as well as preparation for 2026 season. So what I'm thinking for my horses is I really want to trailer them out more to other arenas so that I can get them working outside of our barn, because our barn is kind of like a glorified round pen, where it is bigger than a round pen, but it's still not enough to like work on really any pattern, like even a drill.
And move them out, right?
Yeah, you can't even move them out really. I mean, it's a great arena for all weather and stuff, but to work on more things other than just like tighter circles, it's not really good. So I really want to like maybe go to the Blue Barn, come here. Maybe, I don't know if we're able to go just for exposure. I even want to like maybe try to go to Walnut Creek Arena.
And I know Lincoln at Triple Crown, you can haul in.
Lincoln, yeah.
I think you can haul into Ione.
Oh, I didn't even think.
I mean, you could haul into those. We could haul into those places.
I would like to do Ione because I really want to practice in that arena.
Because we will be running there, I think, twice this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's different. Like, you have the grandstands plus the covered arena.
Yep.
And you have like a lot going on in Ione. So especially for like the younger ones, that might be a little bit better to like start going there before show season, so they kind of are familiar with it.
Yeah, especially because I don't think they allow you to warm up in that arena at all.
What I heard for Ione last year is they let you warm up beforehand, but you couldn't make small circles because there was no warm up. But I'm not sure how it's going to be this year.
I think you can only stay on the perimeter.
Yeah.
So like that's what I mean. Is like I would want to bring them there to, especially Hot Shot, to get him used to. Like, I'm not worried about Fern. Hot Shot, he can be a little weird sometimes.
Yeah.
So I want to bring him there and like really work him like I have at the Blue Barn.
And the bleachers, like when people are walking on them, they're pretty loud in there. So it's good, like if we have
desensitizing.
Yeah.
Especially for like baby swag.
Mm-hmm. Is it echoey though? Because oh, okay. Because I was gonna say they're used to the bleachers at Clements.
No, it's echoey because it's like there's kind of walls on part of the side. Like the whole thing isn't just like a cover. It's like, you know how on PVRA on the back where the stalls are. No, it's more cover. It's more. There's walls at Ione on the bleachers side.
Plus the or where they announce, the announcing booth also covers a quarter of it too. On the other side.
Mom, is Ione where G had her accident?
No, that was Manteca.
Oh.
But what specific routines do you want to do? The same ones with Hot Shot and Fern, or do you have different routines you want to do with both of them?
I feel like with both of them, I would want to do the stuff that we worked on before when you had Hot Shot, where there was like 6 or 8 poles, and you would just go to random ones and turn.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they're pretty, even though Fern's pretty new, I feel like she knows the patterns a little bit, and I need to work more on like her actual turns. And with Hot Shot, I need to condition him in turns and not necessarily practice a pattern.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that they get their muscles using themselves in, tight turns and going around and stuff.
We had a Savi? Now we don't have a Savi.
Yeah. So those poles, those are like, or poles and or barrels or whatever. It's good. I like it because depending how you set them up, like a lot of times I'll do like a quadrangle with 1 or 2 in the middle, and then you can pass it. So they're not always thinking turning, because in scale barrels and poles and speed and stuff like that, you're not turning everything. You're like so they're really having to kind of focus on your cues. Yeah. But then I think it's making us as riders, work ourselves.
Yeah, because...
And our body positioning and where we're going to be.
Because we get patterned too in a bad way, where we start to cue things too early or things like that, to where we need to switch things up for ourselves as well.
And turning a pole is different than turning a barrel.
Correct.
And that's
what if
hard.
What if we threw some barrels in?
Yeah.
Like replace some of the poles with barrels.
Yeah, I think that's helpful. Because to me,
it's easy to turn a pole.
The poles are iffy because, you know, if your shoulder's not in the right place, you're going to hit it with your shoulder.
Well, that's
or
if
your
you're
arm.
weaving, though. Like, if it's just a bi-wrinkle kind of thing.
Then I feel like sometimes, too, like if I lean too early coming out of it, like my shoulder's here.
Yeah,
A barrel, you can
that's
kind
true.
of get away with it a little bit more because you don't have, like, that upper body.
Where you're impacting it.
Like, I mean, me specifically, like, I need to make sure, like, I keep myself up. So, like, it is good. I think, yes, if we do both.
Well, and I think too, like, I know specifically for me, like, I feel like me riding the little one is getting me to where I'm focusing more on my body positioning, which will transfer over to Buddy.
Yeah.
Because with her, I'm having to over-exaggerate things, and I
And
feel
you're
like,
doing it slower.
yeah.
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 So I feel like maybe when you start Baby Swag,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna have to really start exaggerating, and then when you go from Hank to him back to Hank,
And
it
then
might
G.
just
Yeah. Well, and G, too,
Yeah.
she doesn't know the patterns at all. I mean, she got to do 2 shows.
yeah.
And we only loped maybe once or twice at home before she got hurt, so she doesn't really know much. I mean, providing she can do it, there's a lot of work cut out with her.
And I feel like she'll make you work a lot more than Hank and Swag.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She's a sensitive girl, and she, you know, doesn't always trust herself. So I think that, like, me having to help her, but it will force me to not be lazy,
Yeah.
because I get lazy on Hank.
Yeah.
Like you probably feel sometimes with Hot Shot, and you feel with
Absolutely.
Buddy because they're,
They do it.
yeah. So it's good to kind of bring us back down to earth on the green ones and be like, okay, because I know I could have rode better.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
for
speaking
sure.
about that,
Me
I
too.
really feel like I want to start adding in some stretching exercises.
Yes.
Because I feel like we need to. Stretching helps you become more aware of your body. Like
Yeah.
you feel it more, and then you can also use yourself a little bit better, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I would really like to start doing more stretches and work on that so that maybe I can be lifting up my shoulder more than
Remember.
what I should be, or you know, I can open up my hip flexor more because of it.
We say that because we all tried to do the splits and failed. So
Yeah.
that's why that comes up.
I kind of did.
She kind
She
of
got
did.
the closest.
Okay, but she's a baby, so
Yeah.
you know,
Oh.
you're more flexible. We're just gonna use that as an excuse.
Mhm.
But I agree. I think like even when we're practicing, we need to set aside 10 minutes
Yeah.
and do stretches and whatever. And then before our shows, we need to set aside 10 minutes.
Well, because we warm our horses up, but then we
Not
don't do
us.
anything for
Right.
ourselves, except our Dr. Peppers.
Fuel. But I think in the mornings before we start,
And then lunch.
and then after lunch, yeah, we need to do it. And it would probably help tremendously because I know I'm stiff as a board sometimes.
Mhm.
Well, that's because you guys are oldies, just saying.
It
Well,
is.
She's also got like bolts and screws.
Yeah, that doesn't help. But I agree. I think stretching is a great idea. So for our winter goals, so far, what I've gathered from you is traveling to different areas, setting up not events themselves, but different patterns.
Yeah. Drills.
Yes, drills and stretching.
Yeah.
Anything else you could think of this winter that we want to work on before?
Well, I mean, maybe just like specifically for Fern, I want to work more on, I don't even know what you would call it, not like horsemanship, not equitation, but I want to work on like having her use herself, just building on her training.
Yeah.
Just using herself more.
And getting a little bit more speed out of her.
Well, see, I'm
Is that what
really
you want?
debating it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, am I starting her too quick too soon? Like, loping is one thing, but do I really want to start pushing her this year?
Well, I mean, she handled loping pretty dang well. In
Yeah.
state.
I think that's a fine line that only you're going to be able to cross is like, you don't want to start like over and undering her and all that kind of stuff. But I also understand that, I don't know, what I was always taught by my mom is if you can walk it perfectly, then you can trot it. If you can trot it perfectly, you can lope it. If you can lope it perfectly, then you can, start asking for your speed. So I feel like for Fern, if you get to the point to where you're like, we're loping everything with ease, then it's just a matter of do I just want to stay where I'm at, or do I want to?
Well, and does that count for like polls?
I mean, I
Like,
think it
polls
counts for
1 and
everything.
polls 2,
Yeah.
because like all of the rated and literally every other event, she lopes well. Polls were a little slower at. So
I think that's pretty normal, though.
okay, that's what
right?
I mean. Is like, do I
Yeah.
really need to like have that on the same par level as the other events, or is that one? Yeah, it's gonna be rated back.
I mean, me personally, I feel like for me, polls can be tricky because it's a lot of movement on our parts, and if we're not moving, then it's
Or we get too much on their face.
right. And
Yeah.
depending on your horse too, like hotter horses, it's hard. You know, Fern is easygoing, but I also understand that like it's a lot of movements for her, and she's not really sure yet 100% how
Of
to
her body.
use herself, which
Yeah.
is what you're doing, and she's come so far.
So then I shouldn't base that decision on, okay, I have to get polls before I can actually start asking for speed.
I mean, I think that the way you're doing pulls now is you're breaking in between loping and trotting. It's not like
She's
you're still
breaking.
walking. Well, yeah, no, she
But I'm
is,
not
but
like pushing her past what she's
right.
doing.
But it's not like you're still walking it.
Correct.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you're not like you're asking her to lope and then she breaks down, which is fine.
Mhm.
It's better than her like trying to
Correct.
take
Yeah,
off
yeah,
and
yeah.
blow through. I was thinking like maybe if you weren't loping it at all, maybe you'd kind of
Okay.
like think about it. But I mean, I feel like the thing is like you want to be good at everything, right?
Right.
Like so we have
And consistent.
right, like 9 events in the year, right? That we run and then we rotate a few out. So like if polls is your only weaker one, right? Which most of us I feel like it is. Yeah, I don't know if you can like 100% be like, I can't push her on anything else because I'm
Okay.
not good at polls. Like,
Okay.
you know?
As long as I feel like as long as they're responsive and they're not like take my little one for example. Like I was like, is she gonna be ready to lope? And I was like, I'm not gonna know unless if I try.
Yeah.
If she was to have took off or fought me or
Right. Or got harder or anything.
yeah, then it would be like, okay, I still need to bring her back down to a trot. She's not
Mhm.
ready for it. She's not.
Right.
Now, I only did barrels. Who knows what it's going to be for, like, big tier poles.
Mm-hmm.
But in the same token, it's like, you gotta find that fine line of, am I going too fast or am I not? And I feel like Fern will tell you if you're going too fast.
Well, and I feel like I pushed her on skill, and I feel like she did really good.
Really good.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't know. It is one of those things you're not going to know until you try it. And if it ends up not working out, you just take a step back
Yeah.
until she's comfortable, you know? But I feel like when you go from trotting to loping, it's so common for a lot of them to break down into a trot.
Right. I mean, Hot Shot did it the first year.
Yeah. I mean, I think that they all do. And then eventually you get to the point to where they're loping through it pretty good and you're like, all right, this feels smooth like butter. So then we kind of like squeeze and ask for a little more. And then I think sometimes some of them just kind of,
Do it themselves.
they do because they're like, oh, this is pretty fun, you know? And I think it's also how we keep them quiet by not like, okay, let's over and under and push them. And then you get like gait issues and then you get like, you know, you can't
Long
even,
turns.
right. And you can't even make a circle before you take off because your horse is like, oh my God, I gotta go because they're gonna over and under me or spur me or push me past my comfortability. And then,
Well, and speaking of that, I'm actually going to be working on how Hot Shot enters because I feel like I tried to take the advice of just walk them and turn and go. And
yeah.
I feel like that's made it worse.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that I'm going to really work on how, like he enters fine, but then when I get him there to go do his start, then he's just like, he's been really weird.
Yeah.
So I'm going to work on that with him this year.
I think they're all different. I mean, if you start doing something and you're like, oh, I'm having a problem, and you try different things and you're like, okay, this makes it worse or this makes it better, you don't know. I mean, it is, I feel like always nice if you can just walk in on a loose rein, make your circle and go and end the same way. Like that's always nice, and that's possible for every horse. It's just us as a rider have to pay attention to them.
Well, I feel like horses are a creature of habit.
Yeah.
So if you habitually do something, then they will eventually do it that way.
And if you have a sensitive horse, you have to be mindful. Hot Shot and Fern are different. G and Hank are different. Little and Buddy are different. And it's like we have to remember who we're on.
Yeah.
You know, I could be in any mood and Hank could care less.
Right.
He does not like me on his face, and he doesn't like me to, you know, he kind of goes on his terms, but he does it well, and he takes care of me, and he takes care of Sav, and when my mom rides him, so I'm fine with it. But G, I mean, I haven't got to do much with her, but I know her specifically, she is sensitive. So if I'm nervous or if I'm frustrated or whatever, she's gonna sense it, and then it's gonna reflect in how it goes.
I feel like Swag is going to be like that too.
Yeah, I don't know. He's changing a lot. In this last few weeks, I've worked him a lot, and he has really changed.
In what way?
Like he is, like he has the work ethic. That boy wants to work, but I feel like he's maybe not as sensitive as I thought he was, like in a good way.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I feel like he's more he's more of a forgiving kind of guy. Like if you screw up, he's almost like Hank
He
in that sense
questions
without
you.
the attitude. Like Hank gives you like those sassy face, cranky Hanky, you know? Anybody that knows him knows that. But like he doesn't ever fight back. Like he never will fight back. He won't ever, I mean, he'll do anything you ask him to do. He may be like, oh, I don't know. And then you're like, oh, it's okay. And then he's like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
Like he's growing. Like his
That's
person,
cool.
everything is growing. He's really changing. And it's fun. I don't know. I don't think he's going to be a sensitive guy. I mean, I think he's going to be a hard worker, but I don't think it's going to be like, oh, be careful. Like, I don't know. He's changing, so it's hard to tell. But G definitely.
So what are your winter goals for this year?
Well, I want to try to keep Hank in as good a shape as I can. The main thing with Hank is keeping him moving. To keep him going, you have to keep him moving. He's had a lot of injuries, so he needs to not rest
Sit.
like too long, you know? So I think if I can keep him going. And then I also want to, Tyler made a good point. He said, when you're riding and you go to pick up on your rein, he kind of gets frustrated. And I know this because at home, all I ride in is a snaffle. I don't have a chin strap. I have no breast collar. I have just a basic quick change headstall with a snaffle and split reins. And I have never had an issue. Like he's great. Then I go to a show and I got like my breast collar and my like little fraternity gag bit or whatever they call it that I run in with the chin strap. And when Tyler said that, I started watching my videos and I'm like, every time I pick up, he just hates it because he doesn't like the touch, because I started this horse from ground zero and he is soft as a feather. I mean, or light as a feather, whatever you call it. So I think my goal is to try to run a few patterns and stuff over winter with the snaffle. And I love my split reins, but maybe I'll try my round so I don't have an accident. I don't know yet. And just kind of see how that goes with him. And then with G, I want to try to rehab her as much as I can and hope she can run, hope she can perform and take her to where she wants to go. She's going to be another one of those ones that I just have to keep moving all the time, I think, because she tore a bunch of stuff in her hamstring in May.
Well, and she, from what I've seen, every day you've worked with her, she's progressed. So that's only going to keep progressing in that sense.
That's what I'm hoping for. I mean, I do light hill work with her, ground poles, and trotting. I've got a few more weeks until I can start loping her. Then I'll lope her for a little while, and then I can start taking her around the barrels, is what they said, and see how she goes. And if she does, then I'm just gonna take my chances and see what happens with her. A lot of strength work with her too. And with Swagger, he'll be 2 in March, so I'm hoping spring, summer I can ride him and bring him to some shows, not to enter, but just to ride him around and stuff, and haul him around with us all winter to just get him exposure, pony him, leave him tied to the trailer or whatever, and kind of just get him as much desensitizing. He's not an overly huge fan of like walking over things, so that's something that we just work on. He will always do it, but he's hesitant at first. He used to hate stuff swinging over his head, but he's actually gotten really good about that. He does great on the trails. He's fun. He's been really fun. How about you?
I want to try to run Buddy in a hackamore for a couple of times and see how he does. And if he does good this winter, then take him to shows like that. Because I feel like I'm just on him too much. Like that bit just has too much lift into it. And it shows in a couple of my videos at state. Like, I picked up and he was like, okay, good.
That's the problem I have too.
He needs to be able to be like, okay, now I can go. Because I ride him in halter and split reins or even round reins out onto the trails or even in the arena, and he's fine. He's never once like taken off on me. He's never once given me attitude or anything like that, or showed that he was gonna do anything. And I just want to keep him into shape because I feel like we weren't ready for when they started Ione or even the first couple of shows. Because I just kind of fell back into, oh, it's raining, I'm just gonna not. I'll have this amount of time to get him ready, and he just never. He got there, but then.
I feel like we were a little bit of pansies this year.
Yeah.
We're like, you know, like we can go, but oh, it's kind of cold or it's too hot or whatever.
And I think that's because we were like, oh, we'll just get 5 shows just to go to state.
Yeah.
And I feel like that made us too picky
and
on
lazy.
which shows we went to.
Yes.
And then we were like, oh, we have a few months. I don't have to do anything.
And then it came up.
Yeah.
And we're like, we're not probably ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
for sure.
What type of hackamore are you thinking? Like the little S, a mechanical side pull?
I don't know yet. I have one. I don't know exactly which one it is. But I was also looking at the S ones. But I just want to try to see, at least in the one hackamore that I have, if he'll even work in it.
Yeah.
Because if he'll work in it, then that's great. But if he won't, then it's just kind of like, okay, then figure something out. Maybe another bit that doesn't have so much lift like yours. Because he tweaked his shoes. Yeah. The one time he pulled it, it was both front shoes because he was just running so hard that he just...
Well, that was after the injections, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, when he was actually feeling...
Good,
yep. And I think that too, like, that changed his whole entire turning. Like, he never turned good onto his right. Ever. And his right barrels have been his best barrels so far. Like, he's got his lefts down. Yeah. But, like, now we've got our rights down.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying that his rights are better now.
No.
So I was going to ask you if you were going to switch.
No, I feel like he's still got his lefts down, but our right barrel on our barrels is 100% better than what it was.
Well, and you don't even technically know yet either because you've only ran him just at state since he's been injected. You know, so over the winter time when we do those drills that Cody mentioned with like the barrels, the poles kind of stuff, who knows, maybe he'll change your mind or he'll change his mind, you know? Like, feel how he goes in and how he comes out and see.
Because I could have sworn when I first started him ever on the patterns, he was better to his right. And then a year later, he was better to his left. Because I remember you made a comment, oh wow, he's just switching. Which he did. He completely went from the right to the left. And then, who knows, now he might go back to the right.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt to test it.
No, yeah. Absolutely not. To get that little extra.
Yeah. And it's weird because I actually did switch my saddles at state for one of the events, and I got in the warm-up, and I was like, nope, can't do it. Like, I love the saddle, but it just did not feel right.
Yeah.
And I actually got a new one that's supposed to be for the little one, but it doesn't fit the little one. It actually fits him. And I feel like this one is a smaller seat, and it holds me in better. So here I go again, switching a lot of things, but at least it's wintertime. I'm going to be able to test it out. and then
You're gonna have all year
I'll have
to work on it.
all year to figure out that saddle and that setup that I want him in. And who knows, like I said, he may not work in the hackamore, or that saddle may not work, or whatever it is, but at least we have winter and the whole show season to do it, besides 2 weeks of trying to figure out, is this going to work? Am I going to stay in my saddle? Am I going to do this? Am I going to do that? Our arena isn't the greatest. I mean, it is, but it isn't.
Yeah.
So, like, hauling up here, hauling to wherever we need to. But I also want to do more, like you said, for more skill-oriented, like, things. For him to focus on me and my cues. Because I feel like, especially him, he thinks he knows what he's doing, and he thinks he knows when to turn. And then, when I try to push him past, he's like, no. So I want to do more to where he's
actually
listening
on you
instead of just going and saying, I got this, I'm gonna do it.
It's timing.
Yeah.
We're all at a timing point right now because we are running, but we're chasing this small little window to get better, and it's timing. And I think I can probably speak for all of us that we feel, especially at state, we all were a little off on our timings on them because, you know, last year, the ground was pretty iffy last year because the guys had some tractor problems, and then they went in with some different ground. Like, it was hard last year, and they did as much as they could with what they had, but there were quite a few injuries last year, and I think that kind of made a play. But then when we realized that the ground was great this year, like it was really nice, and I think that, you know, that put it into our mind of like
what happened last year.
So our timing was off because we were like, oh, we got to pick him up on this barrel because we don't want him to fall or trip or whatever, and that wasn't really the case this year.
Yeah.
So that kind of, I think, screwed with us.
Yeah. And him, I feel like this year, like, I want to just have fun with him. I don't want to focus on, I mean, I have to focus on the little one, but, like, I want to just have fun with him. Let him pick his pace, maybe push him a little bit, but, like, just have fun.
Yeah.
Why do you just want to do, like, why don't you want to, I mean, I'm trying to say this in, like, a way that's not, like, offensive, but, like, why don't you want to progress more? Like, why do you just want to kind of
Well, I feel like we could
stay?
progress more, but he's older. He's got a lot of issues. Granted, they're all manageable, but I feel like maybe it's going to be hard riding too, especially trying to get the little one, like, I've never rode two, in a way of, like, starting one, riding one, going back and forth. I've never had that back and forth.
It's not
so,
for the
like,
faint of hearts, that's for sure.
no, but I mean, the little one's doing so good right now. But at the same time, it's just like, I'd rather kind of focus on her a little bit more, I guess, to make sure that she's solid. Because I know he's solid.
Yeah.
So if I go and have fun on him, then who knows, we might be running 2 times.
Well, then I think too, though, I mean, yes, I agree, but I think too that was kind of, aside from having the double horse, which Cody did, and then I tried to, and it didn't stick. But
you did last year.
Yeah, that's
For
true.
a while.
But I think that kind of goes with what we are saying for this year, is like we kind of were just like, oh, okay, whatever, let's go have fun. But then we're all sitting here and we're not super happy with how our year went. You know what I mean? Because we're like, we could have rode better. Like, our 3 boys, Hotshot, Hank, and Buddy, yes, they do it. They do a good job, but they can only do what we give them, right?
Yeah.
So if we're just like, oh, yeah, just go out and have fun, then I feel like we're going to be having this conversation again. Like, oh, I wish I would have rode better. I wish I would have rode harder. And I remember my mom told me before, when Hank really hurt himself years ago and tore his meniscus and all that stuff, and I was told I'd never ride him again. And then it was like, no, I'm going to try to make it better. And then I did. And I remember I'm like, I'm just going to kind of go and let him do his pace. And my mom would tell me, like, why are you wasting him? Like, you're going out there and you're putting wear and tear on a horse to just go
have fun.
For what? You know? I mean, when you're, you know, in a lower division, then I get it. Like, you know, 5, 6, 7, and you're kind of loping, but kind of breaking in there and just whatever. I get it. But when we're in divisions 2, 3, divisions 1, like you almost don't want to like waste
have
that.
Fun,
you know what I mean? Like if you want to go have fun, then maybe you go do something different. You know? Like, I mean, the name of the game is fun, but like
we all have goals.
We have our goals, but we also, you know,
it is a competition.
It is a competition, and we are not happy with how we rode this year in all 3 of us. So it's like, I feel that, you know, you got to put all your eggs in your basket. We have to put all our eggs into our boys because we know that they can get there.
Yeah.
But if we're going to go there and be like, oh, okay, we're, you know, in Division 4 and we're going to run, but like, hey, we're running 5 times because we're kind of just whatever.
Yeah.
You know, then we're going to be frustrated. So.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's it.
I was just going to say another option that I did a couple times out of necessity because one horse was hurt and the other was hurt is just taking one horse to one show.
Yeah.
So you could still hit all the shows, just alternating the horses. That
Absolutely.
way you can dedicate, I'm just going to focus on this horse on this show.
Yes. And I think, honestly, for the weekend shows, like, it's nice to get 2 out of the way, but sometimes on the weekend shows, riding double horses is rough.
It is.
Especially
that far apart.
In Clements when it's 100 degrees or something like that. Like, yeah, that can be very, very rough for sure.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think if we do it, we have to do it. Like, we have to, you know, not waste them and actually, like, take them to their potential, because we'd all be lying if we didn't say we're trying to chase that millisecond, you know, 200ths of a second, that saddle at state, the, you know, year-end champion.
Division 2.
Yeah, I mean, it's, and, you know, you get so close, but it's like, if I'm just going to keep staying where I'm at, I'm not going to get what I want, and we're going to be back here being like, oh, woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I think, like, if you're going to run them, you need to run them, right? Or, like, just go out and trot if you don't, you know?
Yeah.
Like, want to... And then for the young horses, then we're mindful that that's who we're on, and we just try our best on them, and they'll let us know when they're ready. You know, there's no rush to it. I mean, look how fast this year went with you and Fern.
Yeah.
And I mean, Fern was not real touchable when you bought her in December, and it's been almost a year that you've had her, and who would have thought? You know, like who really would have thought she would have been at this point? Because when you got her, you're like, oh my gosh, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to ride her this year. Like, you know, and then all the mountains you guys have climbed, and then with Little, she was in a very similar situation, and look at where you're at, you know?
Yeah, you were riding her within like what, 2 weeks? 2-3 weeks?
Yeah. I mean, it's just, we get what we put into them.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't specifically feel like I put enough into Hank this year, because I think he has a whole lot more to offer than the tools that I give him to do. I hold him back.
I was just going to say, I feel like you get in your head a lot too.
Yeah. Yep.
From, oh, I should be riding this way.
Yep.
Or, oh, is he lame? Oh, is he this? Oh, this other horse, you know, I have that is hurt or something. I feel like, I mean, and it's hard to not think about that stuff.
It is.
Especially when you've had a bunch of issues with lameness or this and that. So, like, any little step you feel, look at my horse. Do you see anything?
Yes.
But, I mean, it's good to have that with us where we're like, hey, do you see anything?
Yeah.
It's good, but I feel like us 3 specifically, like, we know when something is really wrong. Yeah. But then it's like sometimes you get in your head because the person before you went out and ran this time, and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to get it, but I don't know if he feels right, you know? It's like, it's almost like we come up with an excuse before it even happens.
Yeah.
And then I think that plays a role, and like I'll look at my videos and I'll look at my pictures, and Tyler's always showing them on the big screen when we get home, and then he stops and zooms in on me pulling like this or pulling like this or, you know, whatever. And it's like, I look at myself and I'm like, I am so embarrassed I rode that way. But then I think to myself too, like, this much of it could have been what bumped me to Division 1 or could have got me this, you know? And it's like, because I have found myself getting a little bit lazy of keeping my shoulder up around my turn. I drop it a little too early now. And then I had a really ugly habit at state of trying to reach down, and I had knocked my barrels down because I tried to reach down. I'm like,
and I feel like you're anticipating the turn and you cueing him too soon.
Absolutely. Way too soon.
I just feel like he had amazing times, even with him hanging out at turns.
Yeah.
Like multiple events where he was like, you know, tea time around barrel number 2.
Yeah.
And he still pulled a low 19.
Yeah.
So,
I was surprised with that. I was really surprised.
Yeah.
Because we kicked it for a minute there. But it just goes to show us this much makes the biggest difference in the world. And I think we all can fix that on our horses. And I think the routines that we're going to do and the stretches for us that we're going to do is going to help also.
And I feel like the stretches might get us in a better mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah. Focusing
Like,
on our
especially
bodies
before
more.
runs.
And I know specifically for Hank, since we've been since I have had Tiffany work on Hank, and he tends to have really, really stuck shoulders, and his back gets kind of wonky sometimes. I know having her work on him and then just keeping up with home therapies and stuff, his style at 14 years old has changed. Hank used to turn around a barrel. Hank now does not want to turn. He wants to use his body and he wants to shoot past a little bit, sit, spin, and go. And I'm not used to that with him specifically.
I wonder if that has to do because of the ground we've been running in the last couple years.
It could. And then I also think too, because I think he was turning like that before, because he was kind of like trying to get the pressure off because his spine wasn't in alignment also. And then, yeah, I think the ground does have a huge play, because Hank is very sensitive to the ground that he runs in. And there's certain places I won't run him in because I know that we don't excel. And that goes back to wasting runs on your horses, right? Like, you know it's not going to be good. We're all at a fast level, so why would we take them somewhere that they're...
There could be a fall.
Right.
Or hold shoe.
Right.
Or...
You know, if my horse runs great in Arena A and your horse runs terrible in Arena A, then you're not going to want to run at A. And I am. But then if it's me B and you C, like, you know, like we all have like our ones that they like, and, you know, that's how we kind of figure it out. But I think that helping keep their bodies, like for us stretching, that's kind of like them stretching in a way. Like, I started to stretch Hank since Tiffany's been helping us, because that's what she said. And I do think it has helped with his shoulder and like all our red light and stuff. So I think especially in the winter, we need to keep up on that, because I know for me, my arthritis kicks in bad in the winter when it's cold. Yeah. So I know for them, you know, I know all of our horses, I'm sure, have some arthritis somewhere or another. Thanks guys for watching our episode tonight. We enjoyed every bit of it, and stay tuned for our next episode, because we are going to be launching something or some things that are going to be pretty awesome. So stay tuned for more from Barn Life Diaries. Bye.
Oh, whoops.
I thought we were doing that. I did it right. Oh,
that's okay.
Okay, I need to like walk this crap off or something, because...
Bye. Well, you're going to...